you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Good. I was thinking about these headphone things. Like I've got headphones on. Can you hear better?
I actually don't know. It's just because I'm out. So I'm like, let me just quickly jump on with a headphone before the whole world can hear my conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was seeing if I was going to do trend with the headphones on IG Live, but then I thought...
live your life. Live your best life.
No, don't want. How's your day?
Good. It's been good. Just out with like some friends and family.
First things first, I'm a winner.
Woo! Yeah.
Good. How's lockdown been treating you though?
It's been really, really good, thank you. Let me go somewhere a bit quiet. It's been really good, thank you.
Yeah. Take your time.
How about you?
Yeah, obviously for me it's been a bit, you know, I don't even want, it's all about you though. It's all about you. It's been okay.
I mean, it could have definitely been a better lockdown, but we moved, you know? We moved,
definitely. We moved.
100.
Obviously, I just want to, before we like go into everything about you right now, obviously, you know what time it is right now. You know, Black Lives Matter movement going on strong.
Of course, 100%. Yeah. I'm all down for it.
Yo, so how is that making you feel right now? George Floyd, the protesting, how are you feeling? And what type of change do we need to see at this point, in your opinion?
I think Black Lives Matter is such an important movement. I think, like it's such an unfortunate thing that someone had to die for us to like wake up. I think obviously we've been seeing police brutality for a long time, but it seems like unfortunately George Floyd had to go for us to really wake up and think what do we need to do better? Like how as like Black people do we need to support each other more? Like, and I'm so happy that like I'm seeing a lot of people saying, you know, they're going to start investing in more Black businesses. And it's so sad that he had to go for this to happen. But, you know, it's happening. And I'm so glad that, like, the changes are happening. I'm glad that, like, as Black people, we're standing up for ourselves and we're saying, like, no more. But one thing I want to add is I don't want it to be a Black against white, because that's not what it is. And I think some people, it's become that. We're all one. You know, Black lives matter, but all lives matter as well. And I think that's what we need to recognize. But it's just in this moment, Black lives matter, and that's what we're fighting for. I don't know if you know what I mean.
Yeah, for real. I hear you.
Yeah.
It's just good to get your perspective on it, for sure. And right now, you've got an amazing record out there. All Me.
Yes, All Me.
Featuring Louis Ray.
Yeah.
The multi-successful, multi-platinum, whatever you want to call it, big dude.
Yeah.
They got a big record. Tell us about this. It's got a good feel-good summer vibe, summer R&B. That's what we need right now. Tell us about the process of this great record that you've got out right now.
So do you know what? It was one day I was in the studio and I was just kind of like, I think All Me is about like, it doesn't like it's for couples. It's for everybody like that has a guy or girl in their life. It doesn't matter what they're doing, and you know whether he's a hustler, whether he's a 9-to-5er. It's like no matter what, babe. When you come home, you know it's all about me. It's all about me and you. Like what I'm gonna do to you. It's a sexy song. It's a feel good song. I wanted to make it so people with their partners can feel good. Like, that's why, I say things about the purple emoji coming like a drug, like all that sexy stuff. So, I just want everyone to feel sexy when they listen to the record.
Rebecca, before we continue, you're pixelating a little bit. I'm just wondering maybe if you could just move about a bit.
Better?
A little bit, like you're looking a bit blurry, but that can work. That's a bit better. It's a bit better.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you just move about a bit, because these IG live can be a bit of a marathon.
They're a bit mad. Yeah.
Yeah, but, all good. Who produced the song? Who produced the record?
So it's produced by Mike Brainchild.
Mike Brainchild, okay.
Yeah, bad boy producer. Yeah.
And it's definitely got that feel-good vibe to it, definitely really felt that when I heard the tune. How did you meet Louis? How did you guys link up?
Do you know what? I'd obviously been around Western before, but with this record, it was literally a thing where it was we were thinking about who would be good as a feature, and obviously it was sent to Louis, and literally we didn't even get a reply back. It was mental.
Hello. Yeah. Say that again.
Hello. I said we literally sent the track to Louis. Can you hear me?
Oh snap!
Hello.
Freezing a bit. Yeah. Hello.
Let me actually. Yeah. Yes. Better?
Yeah. A little bit. A bit of a pixelation.
Sorry, I think that's. Oh, is it pixelated still?
Now it's a bit better now. Yeah, that's great. Where you
okay,
are now.
Perfect. I'm just gonna stand here.
Yeah,
but no, it was literally a thing where we sent him the record and he was like, he didn't even respond. He just sent it back with the verse already done.
Oh really?
Yeah. He was literally like, nah, this is fire. Like I love it, and jumped on it. It was like it happened so organically.
You see where you're standing right now? That's the spot. That's the magic spot. Crystal now. You see the skin glow and everything.
Oh.
Shine the ray of light. Yeah, I love that. And so when he sent it back, what was your immediate reaction? Like,
I was like, this is fire. We gotta get Louis on this, and like, luckily he agreed, and it was really good. Like, I'm really happy. It just happened organically. That's like the best thing.
And the record's been out a little while now. What's the feedback out there for you? How are you feeling out there? What's the movement like right now?
It's actually been really good. Like, obviously, you always get scared as an artist putting out music because you're like, are people gonna love it? Like, what's it gonna do? But luckily, everyone's loved it. I haven't really got any bad feedback, and that is what I was the most scared about, because you want everyone to love it, isn't it? But luckily, it's been amazing. Like, it's been really, really good. It's been really good. Yeah.
You want like? Can I give you my quick opinion?
Oh, no, go for it. I want to hear it. Yeah.
That's my little 2 cents. I feel I've been a fan of you. Obviously, I've been playing your records for a while, and I feel like this record is like, I feel it's like your most kind of commercial record, but in a good way.
Yes,
in a way where I feel like it's still got the integrity of how you sound, and it's just bringing that nice kind of commercial R&B element to it.
Yes,
but you're still sounding like you know.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to do something, because I've never really made a song that I felt like people could sort of dance to, and I think it was very important. Yeah, I wanted like a summer vibe. I wanted some people to like just be like, yeah, I want to turn up and dance to this record. Like, that was like the point.
Yeah, I love that. Your tunes are hard. Shout to Trap.
Thank you.
A big shout to everybody in the live. Big shouts. Rebecca Garton, Dan Blake, Music Worldwide. If you're just checking in, big out Real Versatile. Big shout to Chanel. Says she loved the song. Go out and support that right now. All Me is out now.
Thank you.
Love the support for Rebecca Garton right now. Lyric check. I do a thing called lyric check. So I've been listening to the lyrics very carefully, Rebecca.
Okay.
And, if I handle my business, would you change on me?
If I give you love, would you change on me? Yeah. What do you think about the lyrics?
Yeah, just like give me a little breakdown on why you picked that specific line. I love that lyric.
What was the line?
If I handle my business, would you change on me?
So my thing is like, it was more about like, if I do what I need to do, obviously it's talking from a relationship perspective, or like when you're seeing a guy. So if like I handle business, whether it be sexually, whether it be mentally, emotionally, like, are you gonna change, or are you gonna keep the same energy? Because you know how men are. Men change the energy real quick when they get you. So my thing was like, if I handle my business, are you gonna keep that same energy? Do you know what I mean?
Same energy.
Mate, 2020, we need the same energy the whole way through.
The real definitions there. I love it. And someone said, where can they find the? Let me see. You said that. Where can they find the lyrics of the song?
Oh, the lyrics aren't out, but I'll make sure.
Yeah, Chanel said...
I'll make sure we get something out.
Okay, that's dope.
But they're really easy lyrics. They're so simple.
Very catchy, for sure.
Thank you.
And I'll read these comments. But anyway, and there's another lyric where you say, try to give you love, but I got chains on.
But I got chains on. X on me, love me when you... Yeah. So try to give you love, but I got chains on me. So I'm trying to give you the love that I feel you deserve, but it's like there's something pulling me down. And then it's like X on me. Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to give you that love, but I like you're not. You're here, but you're not here. Do you get what I mean? That was what I meant by it. Yeah.
You're not quite there.
Like you're not quite here, but you're not the way I need you to be there. You're not there.
Jeez. Yeah. Big shout out to Afro B. I see you, bro. Jogba. Yeah, I love all this breakdown. I love it. So All Me is out now. We're feeling that summer vibe. We need everyone to go out and support that record.
Yes, please.
Stream it, buy it, do what you gotta do, support the video. And yeah, I'm loving the vibe and that. Let's move on from that, man. So I want to know right now, though, this is the thing where, why not actually? Yeah, because we're talking about relationships. I need one tip, one relationship tip from Rebecca Garton, because I feel like sometimes with singers, especially when you're singing good R&B, you go through some good experiences, some bad experiences, and I feel like you really are the gurus. You know about this love thing properly, and you're singing about it. So give a dating tip for the ladies, them, and dating tip for the man, them.
Okay.
From Rebecca Garton.
Oh my God, I don't know if I should be the one giving this advice, but okay, dating tip for the ladies. Never compromise who you are for anyone. Like, be who you are and find someone that loves you for who you are. Also, I think in the relationship, make sure that you think about your partner's needs. Make sure you think about your partner's love language. It's not always about, it's very easy for us to become, it's very easy for us as human beings to be selfish in a relationship and think about ourselves. But I think you need to think about your partner and their love language. So that goes for men and women. And I think with men, don't mess around with a woman's heart. If you're going to be in it, That's my advice. That's my humble advice,
Jeez, I love that. And when you said that love language, I'm like,
love languages are love languages are very important, because some men want a woman that's going to cook and provide for them, while some men just want to be cuddled, or women want to be cuddled. So I think you have to understand what makes your partner happy. No. I wish I knew this before. I'm realizing this, So, I'm giving you guys advice, but I'm taking it on myself.
I love that talk. Thank you, Rebecca Garton, the relationship guru. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we need this tip now for more than ever, I feel like. Because, big up Real Versatile says trial and error vibes.
Yeah, trial and error vibes, but no one's perfect.
For real. And right now, we're in a time where it's all about elevating. We've been in lockdown. We all thought about elevation. So the music industry, what would be your business tip for people getting into the music business right now? What's your number one tip?
Be yourself. Also, don't be lazy. I feel like a lot of people say they want to be in the music industry, but they're very lazy. You have to... Can you hear me?
Rebecca, you're cutting a bit. Again.
Oh, can you hear me now?
A little bit. It was cutting out.
Hear me now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I think with the music industry, you just can't be lazy. You have to keep going. You can't be afraid of hearing no. Trust me, I've been doing this for probably about 7 years, and the amount of no's I've heard, it could easily knock anyone down. But I felt like I kept going because I believed in it. And one thing about me is I'm a fighter. I believed that I could do it. So I kept going, even with all the no's that I heard. So I think for anyone coming into music, don't be afraid of no. Just keep going. Let that no be what pushes you to get to the next level. You know?
Okay. Just a quick one from Versatile. He says, what tips for songwriters that want to get started?
Keep writing. Write a song every day. That's how I learned. I wrote a song every day.
Gem
yeah. So literally, even if it's a poem, just write something every day. Write your feelings every day. You know, if your friend talks to you about their situation, write it down. Like, and you find that you'll naturally start to put things into, like, things will naturally flow into lyrics. You know, for me, I use my heartbreak. I've gone through a lot of heartbreak, and those have been my best songs. The heartbreak. Don't get too comfortable, you know? Use your heartbreak, use your pain, let that be your story. Yeah, that's what I think is the best way. Yeah.
Tell us about your record deal. Was that life-changing for you when you signed your record deal?
It was definitely life-changing because I had got to a point where, if I'm being honest, I had given up. I felt like I had been in music for so long and nothing was happening. I did the Krept&Konan album. I did the song with Wretch and Devlin, and it's like I kept getting, like, everyone was like, you're good, but we're not ready to sign you. So I had got to a point, if I'm being honest, that I had kind of given up. And so then when this Russell and 3 beat came on the table, it was like...
Okay, you're cutting out a bit again. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think for me, it came at the point where it's like God was like, nah, don't give up. So, you know, I was literally at a point of giving up, but it came at the right time. Like, I was like, if this doesn't happen now, I'm going back to 9 to 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what would you say, you know, from a 9 to 5 life to record deal life, you know, being able to do that full time?
Yeah.
How does that? Just describe the feeling though, because I know that 9 to 5 grind and you're trying to achieve your dream.
Oh no, I never used to sleep. I used to actually have 3 jobs. So I used to have 2 jobs, but so I would do I would work 9 to 5, but I also used to be the door girl, like the guest list girl for clubs in West End. So I would do that, go 9 to 5, and then go studio. So I literally never slept for like 2 years. So having, like, being able to even hand in my resignation, it was like, it literally was, it was the most amazing feeling. But don't get me wrong, you know, it's very easy for us to think that once you sign your deal, you're like, everything's going to change. It doesn't. It doesn't just change. Yeah, financially, you have a little bit of more stability, but trust me, the work becomes more because there's money you have to pay back now. Like, you need to make that money. So trust me, you think that the pressure is going to be less, but I tell you, the pressure is a lot more. A lot more.
How are you coping with that pressure at the moment, would you say?
Luckily, I've signed with an amazing team. Like, my team have literally been like, we just are here to grow with you. We don't even care if you're doing numbers at first. Of course, they want me to do numbers. That's the dream. But luckily, I've signed a deal where they're literally like, we're just here to grow with you. So we're here for the journey. So I've been quite lucky. But don't get me wrong, I've also felt pressure. And sometimes, because I suffer with anxiety, sometimes I don't sleep because I'm like, God, how am I going to pay this money back? But, you know, you just have to pray and just have faith in your talent. Like, have faith in what's for you.
Love that. And what's your writing process? Are you somebody that writes music off the top of the dome? Do you sit there with pen and pad? How do you get into Rebecca Garton mode when you're writing, whether it be in the studio or anywhere? How does it work for you?
I think with me, when it comes to writing, I think it's usually what I'm going through. So I try and journal. I haven't been that good with it lately, but I try and journal everything that I'm going through. So I tend to, let's say, take relationships, for example. I will put what I'm feeling down in my notes, and I will get into studio, whether it be with a writer or by myself, and try and, like, build off of those feelings. And there's always like keywords. So the keyword of the moment may be destroyed or broken. Okay, how can I build on that word? Yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong. Also, sometimes I just write it down and just try and make it flow.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. Love to hear that. Yeah, it's always interesting hearing the writing process.
Yeah.
And how was LA at the top of the year before coronavirus? Because I saw you was out in LA.
I was in LA, yeah.
Before we get into the music side of it, is it somewhere you had been before? Did you first time, or somewhere where you've experienced before?
No, that was the third time. I had been to LA last year twice. So once I went for Grammy Week, and the other was to record and have some meetings. And this year I went for Grammy Week. It was amazing. LA is amazing. Like, there's so many opportunities, and I was with a group of amazing people that made the trip really good. Like, I was really happy when I went to LA. It was really good.
Wow.
Really good.
Have you done Up Tourist yet? Did you do Up Tourist before you got to all the business stuff? Or
do you know what I did? I did a little bit, but not too much. Because when I'm there, it's like every day is literally session, or meeting. So I don't really get to like do all that stuff as much as I would like to.
Wow. What would you say the most touristy thing you've done?
What's that hill in LA? The one Runyon. Was it Runyon?
Canyon or something?
Yeah, that one. I did that. It wasn't easy.
Was it?
No, it wasn't.
Was it a hiking thing?
Yeah, and then I heard there's snakes, and my biggest fear in life is snakes, so I was like, Jesus Christ, take the wheel. I'm not here to die. And it's expensive, the insurance there, so if you get bitten by a snake, it's not done out there, boy. I was like, what? Yeah, but no, LA is dope. I definitely think if you work in this industry, it's definitely somewhere you should go.
Yeah, man, some good food out there, good place. And business-wise, like Grammys, I saw you looking beautiful on the couple of records.
Thank you.
Powerful, beautiful. Doing
Thank you.
You're powerful, man. So it's good to see you out there representing. So what kind of connections were you building for the future? Is there anything you can tell us, like working with people in LA? Who you been linking up with?
It was just more working like with the Rascals, finishing off my EP. So my EP is now officially done. It's coming out in October. And I can say the name officially. It's called Take Me Home. So that's the name of my EP. Yeah, it's coming out in October. My next single is with an American. I'm not going to say any names. I'm just going to let it drop. But yeah, no, it's going to be good.
Have to get a trophy for that one.
Yes.
October.
Finally, I have a date. Everyone's been asking me for 2 years, when's it out? So now I have an official date. October, Take Me Home is out.
Take Me Home. Okay, wow. Okay, tell us sonically. What we working with sonically on this EP? What we going for? What's the sound?
It's definitely R&B. It's just good R&B. There's different types of R&B. There's even like a little Afro influenced R&B. There's like old school R&B, as you've seen with All Me. I've got another one that has that same old school vibe. But yeah, like Don't as well is R&B on there. So it's just good R&B. I feel like I would like to call it timeless R&B.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who are your I mean to ask you, who are your influences musically?
Sade. That's number one. That's my girl. Sade.
Okay.
Timeless. I just feel she makes timeless music, and I just feel like that is exactly what I want to make. Timeless music.
You got like you got like a butter voice.
Oh, do I?
Yeah. I love butter voices because for me, their voices, you hear them, and it's just like, it's sweet. It's real sweet.
You can just fall in love with them.
Yeah.
Yes,
vocal to me.
Hopefully people be falling in love with the voice,
Yeah, man, that's what's up. I remember, for me, there's like, I got like a chart of butter vocals, in that butter category.
You need to put out this playlist for us. It needs to be called the butter playlist. The butter playlist. Jeez.
Yeah, man, there's something about that because it's tone. It's tone.
I'm very big on tone. Yeah, I'm very big on tone. But I think that's my speciality, like tone. So, but don't get me wrong, I also love a powerhouse vocal. Love them.
I'm trying to think. So, Sade, what do you think of like vocalists such as I'm trying to think international, like Ari Lennox?
Oh, she's fantastic. She's fantastic. Like Ari Lennox is fantastic. Like her vocals are I just love it. Yeah, she's great.
I ain't gonna front. When I first heard you, I thought you was American.
Really? Do you know what? People thought I was Janae Aiko. Like, so before they would see my name, people used to think, oh, is this Janae Aiko singing? Like, that's what Krept&Konan thought when they heard the demo of I Don't Know. They thought it was Janae. Yeah.
Wow. How is that, has that kind of, I don't know, has that kind of even, what can I say?
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, when people are like, oh, just do the Janae thing. And I'm like, no, I want to do Rebecca's thing. Yeah. I want to do my own thing. So it can be annoying, but then again, Janae is fantastic. So I could be compared to worse. Do you know what I mean?
For real. And what would you say would be your ultimate worldwide collaboration right now? So if you could have a singer join you on a record, another vocalist to duet with you, along with an MC and a producer to produce the song, what would be the dream worldwide collaboration for Rebecca Garton?
Okay, so singer would be Sade, of course, because I just think, like, I would just love that. Rapper, I think Meek Mill. I would love a record with Meek. I think producer, what's Summer Walker's boyfriend's name?
I saw this picture the other day.
It's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me. But him, he's the bad boy producer. Yeah. He's sick. Yeah.
So that would be the dream worldwide collab right now.
That would be the dream collab. Yes.
We put that out there right now. And in the UK right now.
London on the Track. That's what he's called. London on the Track.
Big shout out to Kennedy. Yeah, London on the Track. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
I wonder why he calls himself London on the Track, though, actually. Anyone know? Let me know.
Mm-hmm.
So what about singers from London, like UK?
Oh, there's so many. Like Ling Hustle, Monique Laws, Ray Black, Dolapo. There's so many. Like I'm really big on this singers in the UK. They're all dope. Like everyone in the UK at the moment in the music scene, like for me, females, they're all doing big things. Big things, yeah.
Big shout to Carmen London. God, we related. Yeah, big up. Good producer, says God's London on the Track. Shouts to everybody in the live music world by Rebecca Garton. We're live. We're just in conversation. We're just vibing out. So, what's your heritage? What's the situation? What's your heritage? Where are you from? Like, I've got a couple of ideas, but I'm not really sure.
So I'm Ghanaian British, but I was born and raised in Nigeria, and I moved to London when I was 18.
Wow, it's an interesting story right there. So I read that you're fluent with Tree.
I am fluent with Tree. Yeah.
I'm fluent.
I'm fluent with Tree.
I love that. So can you? We do a thing on my show. We call it the language check. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Give me, okay. Yeah, you don't even have to draw for no Ghanaian.
Okay, cool.
You know, but just give me something. Just give me something that you use that you can share with us. Okay. Some kind of slang that you can share with us that you use day to day.
Well, just a day. Etisang.
Oh, you use that quite a lot.
Yeah, it's just like hello. It's like a greeting or saying. How are you?
Yeah.
Or how are you doing? I know that. Saying, yeah.
Yeah, I'm half Ghanaian. Awesome. I'm half Ghanaian. Jamaican. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a little mix going on too. A little something. But, yeah. What about UK wise? What kind of slangs are you using, or word you say to your friends that we don't know about that you can share with us?
Nothing. Just bruh. I'm always like bruh.
Just bruh.
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 I'm just bruh. From childhood, man.
Bruh.
Yeah. I'm not. I think because I wasn't brought up in England, I missed the slang part.
You missed it.
I'm not part of the cool club, you know.
I love that. Yeah, so we done a little language check there with Rebecca. Right there, we just checked in. But you know what you can do for me though, also. What is your favorite? What's your favorite Ghanaian dish and your favorite Nigerian dish? Share some dishes. Cause I know you're quite a chef.
Yeah. So my favorite Ghanaian dish is.
Yeah. Huh? Are you a fufu girl?
I like fufu, but it's not my favorite. I'm more of a banku girl. Banku and like okra soup, but Nigerian would be ogbono and pounded jam.
Jeez, that one's a solid one, though. You know.
I like a good. 100%. No, 100%.
Ooh, we got a couple of hours spare after that, still.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that. And if I know you grew up in Nigeria, so if I was in Nigeria rolling with you, what's a day in the life of Rebecca Garton in Nigeria?
Nothing. Just go to restaurants, go clubbing, maybe go strip club, chill vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah. It's a vibe out there.
I didn't even know there was I didn't even know there was strip clubs there.
No, the strip clubs there are mental. Yeah. They even fly girls from America out to the strip clubs.
Wow, interesting. I'm learning every day, right? Yes. Yeah. So, tell us about linking up with P2J. That's someone I go back with from years ago, from when we was like teenagers. Protege, right? How did you link up with Protege?
My sister was working with him, and then I started working with him as well. Like, very dope producer. He's a family friend now, so he's just always been around. So he literally was the one that taught me the ropes. He's the first producer I ever got in with. He's the first one that ever gave me a chance. So he means a lot to us in our family.
Wow. And what records has he made for you? I just wanted to get a fact check on that, but I'm trying to think what songs.
Honestly, he's probably made at least 50 records for me. But the ones that people know is Feel Alive. Feel Alive, he made that.
Hold on, stop. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, he made that. I know. It's coming. It's going to be on my EP, so I think people will be happy.
Yeah, that's a very cold record, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I remember when you dropped the lyrics for that. We say, man, no, the lyrics. I'm trying to think. The way you wrote that record, man. Tell us about that. Just tell me about that record quickly. The writing process, the ideas. How did that one come together? That's my favorite of mine. I love that.
Right, really? Oh, I wrote it with Ari Pennsmith. And literally that's why I talk about certain things about something about side chick. I talk about I touch on different the crowd, there's different aspects I talk about, it's basically having the strength to leave a situation because you're better than that.
Yeah, man, Feel Alive. And first things first, I'm a winner. So the way you said that is very powerful.
First things first, I'm a winner. Yeah, it was a big tune. Yo,
can we collab on that, Krept? You're picking a little bit, Rebecca. Move around a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's better. So after 3, I want to
go. No.
We need.
You want me to sing?
No. I just what I want us to do, because that's like one of my favorite lines of yours. So I want after 3, just we need this right now, just to together in unison, just say, first things first, I'm a winner. Can we get?
Yeah, we can.
Alright, ready? Yeah. 1,
I'm
2,
ready.
3. First things first, I'm a winner. It's cutting. Can we get it done? I don't know. You're pixelating again where you are. I don't know. It's crashing a bit, Rebecca. Hello? Can you hear me? It's freezing. It's freezing. Can you hear me? Oh, wow. No, don't go.
Let me see this better here.
Hello?
Yes?
Okay, can you hear me? Reception?
Yep, I can hear you.
I can hear you now. Now you know what? Yeah, that's better. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry, where I am, there's no service. I'm having to stand outside with the phone, like, it's a bit mad.
You're doing well. We're getting towards the back end now, so
Okay,
you're doing well.
cool.
But we definitely, we need to catch that one again. We didn't quite get there because it's free. So, I'm ready when you are. We're doing it together.
Oh my God, are you being serious?
Yeah. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do it. Are you ready?
Your eyes closed? Yeah, ready.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. First things first.
Winner!
Yes.
Gee! There we go. Hey, salute. And we do a thing on the show. This is the final segment now. We do a thing on the show. We call it a part of you in 2 sentences, yeah?
Okay.
So you got to answer all of these questions in 2 sentences only.
Okay, cool. Got it.
You ready, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
2 personality traits you respect in a person.
Honesty and individuality.
Best advice given?
Be yourself.
Most famous person you ever met?
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know.
Okay.
DJ Khaled, I think.
Oh, yeah, I love that. All right. Favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all times would have to be Deliver Us from Eva.
Okay. Your number 1 hobby away from your craft of
Cooking.
music? Cooking. Cool. Best place you took a trip?
LA.
If you were a superhero, what would your power be?
Being able to be invisible.
That one comes up quite a lot, man. I love that. If you could do a voiceover for any program, documentary or movie, what would be the line you would say to the world?
Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig.
Short and sweet, yeah.
She gets paid like $3,000 an episode. I want to be Peppa Pig.
Really? Oh, $3,000 an episode? That's madness. Absolutely. She must get residuals and all of that as well. Yeah. What makes you laugh?
Good banter, I think.
Okay. Do you have a joke?
No, I'm not a joke person. I'm not. Let me not lie.
If you could be the best at any sport, what would it be?
Running. So I could run away from some of these men.
And this is the last question. We call it build your ultimate singer with these attributes, yeah? So everybody you put in this is going to be your power artist, yeah?
Okay, power artist, yeah. No, I do, actually. I do. Like, I don't take life seriously. Like, my manager's always like, Becky, like, are you being serious? I'm like, no.
Big shout.
Yeah.
So we're gonna build your artist attribute by attribute, yeah? You
okay,
ready?
cool. Yeah.
So, tone.
Tone would be Janae Anchor for me.
Okay. Voids.
Beyonce.
Okay, that's a nice start. Mystery.
Erykah Badu.
Oh, you're going in hard right now. Wow. Okay, Erykah Badu. Okay. Work ethic.
Janet Jackson.
Woo! Vibes.
Yep.
Robert. Vibes.
I'm really going in here, you know.
Yeah, you are. Ooh. On fire right now. I'm champion.
Yeah.
Where we going? Vibes. Vibes next.
Vibes. Jill Scott.
Ooh. Energy.
Tina Turner.
Yeah, you're ready. You're ready for this power.
I'm ready. I don't even know how I'm ready.
Personality.
Rihanna.
Ooh, friend, a bit of Rihanna there for good measure. Oh, jeez.
Just a bit of that fuck you attitude, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. Songwriting ability.
Ooh, jeez. Tiana Taylor.
Ooh. All right, we've got two more now, just to add to the mix and make an ultimate Rebecca Garton artist right now. Stagecraft.
Sade.
Ooh, you left that one. You left your favorite right there towards the end. I love it. Didn't forget. And then dancing, moving and shaking and
dancing, definitely Beyonce. I'd have to bring her out again.
Yeah, I love that. So that is people. Rebecca Garton's ultimate artist. You know, she built it scratch by scratch, brick by brick, layer by layer. Big shout to Carmen London. Shouts to your sister. She says, "What star sign are you, Rebecca? What star sign?"
I'm a Cancer Leo, so I'm right on the cusp of both.
You believe in star signs?
I don't know. I think anything. I think whatever you believe in can come true. So I don't really put too much into it because I think there's truth in everything. I mean, I believe in God, and obviously I like to think that star signs mean something, but I don't know much about it, so I can't really speak on it. You know.
And you know, the song, your record is out right now. All Me, it's out now. Tell us anything you want to leave, any message you want to tell your fans, your supporters, all of that good stuff, man, right now.
Guys, All Me featuring Lily Ray, please, I need this video to do good, so go and watch it. Tell your mom, your dad, everyone, keep watching it. I need it to do numbers, so just send it to a friend of a friend of a friend, and listen to the songs. You know, I just need to push it as hard as I possibly can, and I need all the support I can get.
And you got the EP coming out in October.
I do, yes, I do.
And can we get that title again?
Take Me Home. My EP is called Take Me Home. Yeah.
We can't wait, man. And you got your social media so we can stay connected with you. Music worldwide and that.
Rebecca Garton on Instagram, Rebecca Garton on Twitter, Rebecca Garton on Facebook. Yeah, all of that. Big
shouts to you, Rebecca, man. I always appreciate you checking in, spending some time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for all your support. I'm so grateful.
No worries. More to come for sure.
Amen. Thank you. Yes.
Blessings. You have a great rest of the evening. Thank you for checking
in.
Bye. Take care. Forward.
Music Worldwide with Dan Blake.
Mr. Worldwide, baby.